On behalf of the Montana State University Honors College Honors Presents team, we thank you for watching Student Presents, an opportunity for students to share their interdisciplinary passions with others. Stay tuned for our next speaker, and if you are a Montana State University Honors student and are interested in giving a talk like this, please consult the description below. Enjoy!
Hi, my name is Jenna Glovsky, and I'm here to talk to you today about blood donations. This is something I'm really excited to talk about because I'm very passionate about it. I work with Vitalent, which is formerly known as United Blood Services, as the campus coordinator. Here are some facts about blood. It's the body's transport system, which means that it carries everything that needs to be moved around in your body. It is a non-renewable resource, so it cannot be artificially made. And if anyone needs a blood donation, this means that it has to come from another human because we can't create blood. It's made in the bone marrow of every human. This graph that I have here shows all the different blood types. There is O, A, B, or AB, and each blood type can either be positive or negative. You can see these 8 blood types. O positive is the most popular, followed by A positive. And if you are a donor with any of these blood types, you can see that you can only donate to specific patients. So if you have O positive blood, you can only donate to O positive, A positive, B positive, or AB positive. Whereas if you have a more rare blood type, like AB negative, you can only donate to AB positive or AB negative. Because of this, it's very important that we have all different diverse blood types in our donor population. There are 3 parts of the blood, and when you donate, each part is separated, and that's why we say you save 3 lives when you donate, because each part goes to a different patient. So you're helping 3 different patients that all have 3 different problems. The 3 parts of blood are red blood cells, plasma, and platelets, and they all have distinctly different functions in your body. Red blood cells function to carry oxygen, and plasma functions to carry nutrients, and then platelets are your clotting factor for your blood, which is also very important. So being a donor, there are some limitations to this, and that's completely due to the fact that our first and foremost goal here is to keep the donors healthy and happy, obviously. So you can't donate if you're under 16, and then if you're 16 to 18, you have to have a parent's consent to donate. As well as we have some constraints with you have to meet a certain height to weight ratio in order to be healthy enough to donate, as well as different limitations based on where you've traveled and some of your history in the past. There are lots of benefits to donating. Other than saving 3 lives, which is obviously a benefit, you can track yourself and really understand your body better, especially if you do it over time, because when your blood gets tested and processed through the system, they will find out a lot of things about you and then give you back that information. So you can track your cholesterol, you can track your iron levels, you can track your height to weight ratio over time, and then you can also see if you have any diseases that you didn't know you had, such as STDs or STIs. The process itself is unknown to some people that haven't donated before, and this can kind of make it scary, and just the unknown's always scary. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the process. If you want to donate, you could make an appointment online and come to either a blood drive or a blood bank. And in these places, you will show up and sign in, and then you will answer an online questionnaire, and that's just those basic questions about what medications you take and your travel history, and that's just trying to make sure that it's safe for you to donate blood and that your blood will be safe for the donor also. So once you answer all those questions, if they come out with a positive result and we think that you're eligible, then a professional staff member will come in and check your physical functions for the day. So you will get your temperature taken and you will get your blood pressure taken. They'll also give you a finger prick and check your iron levels to make sure that you're of healthy iron to lose a little bit of blood. And then once all that once all that checks out, if you're still eligible, you'll sit in the chair and get some antiseptic on your arm and then get the actual needle, which will be completing the donation, and the donation shouldn't take more than 8 to 12 minutes. So it's a pretty simple process. The entire thing takes about 45 minutes, and then you'll definitely get some snacks and water afterward. So where does the blood go? And blood is needed everywhere and for numerous different reasons, as I said before, with the multiple parts of the blood. Mostly, so this is a graph from Vitalent's website, and the patients that need blood the most and that use it the most often are the inpatient hematology oncology group. So cancer patients really need to have blood transfusions very often, and specifically platelets go to oncology more than 40%. And then the next biggest one is the critical care patients. So patients in the ICU have to have random blood transfusions, like often because of their illnesses. And this is a huge population of this group is the elderly population. For example, my grandfather died when he was 86, and the year prior to his death, he had 7 blood transfusions. And this is not uncommon. This is towards the end of life when people begin to be sicker and sicker before they die. They spend a lot of time in the ICU, and many of them need blood. That's where 17% of our blood goes. The next ones are outpatient, surgery, transplant, trauma, and then OB, as well as pediatrics. Who is donating? So currently, the highest donor demographic is people between the ages of 40 and 49. And these people are healthy, which is it's amazing that they're donating, especially being lifelong donors. But the population that most of us are a part of, the healthy young people, 23 to 29, is not. It's declining, and currently it's fewer than 10% of the blood donations come from this demographic, which is hard to believe because this is arguably the healthiest demographic we have. Some of the one lower demographic is a little bit higher because of such frequent viewing of blood drives at high schools and colleges. But the problem is that these donors do not continue to donate once it's less convenient for them and it's not at their school where they're walking past it every single day. So this is something to think about and something that we're trying to change, because this downward trend in donating in all of our demographics, especially since the consistent donors are getting older and less eligible to donate, it's becoming a nationwide problem and a worldwide problem. Also, there is a race and ethnicity inconsistency with donors. 77.7% of donors self-identify as white, so that leaves very few percentages of different ethnicities who are donating, and this is something that we would like to target because we would really like to increase the donations at all and to increase the diversity of the donations. So what can you do as a person who is watching this? You can spread the word. It is devastating how few people even realize this potential to donate blood. Almost everyone is eligible. There's a few limitations, and it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't hurt or anything. You'll get some free snacks, and they're everywhere. There are blood drives all over the place, always. So spread the word. Tell your friends. We really are in desperate need of more volunteers and donors. So also volunteering your time, especially if you are unable to donate your blood, volunteering your time at blood drives is just as important, and you still get to be a part of this amazing thing, as well as donating your blood is the best. We need blood, and we would love to get some more donors. These are my sources, and thank you so much for coming and listening and allowing me to do this. Have a good day.